can still apply for the Young African Leaders Initiative, that is the Mandela Washington Fellowship Program. Applications close on the 26th of October. The program gives 1,000 applicants from the continent an opportunity to expand their academic leadership skills at a U.S. university. For more on the story, we're joined via our Skype line by the U.S. Embassy's acting spokesperson, Amy Christianson. Good morning to you, Amy. Firstly, let's just begin with this year. 3 years on, the Mandela Fellowship is still going strong. What has been the impact of this project since its inception?
Oh, it's been fabulous. One of the things that's been so important about the program is that it's continent-wide. And so a lot of South Africans have had the opportunity to actually meet people from other countries within Africa and work with them on programs that actually have global impact. President Obama, when he started the program 3 years ago, he realized that Africa was so important to our ability to address global initiatives and global issues such as climate change, terrorism, and help women's empowerment in other areas. And South Africans, young leaders who are absolutely fabulous, are able to do that in South Africa, as well as working continent-wide with partners from the United States as well as other countries.
The reception towards the program across the continent has been somewhat mixed, with some governments seeing it as some kind of tool for regime change or as a training ground of some sort for spies. How does the embassy respond to that kind of critique?
It's a shame that they see it this way. The program is very important in strengthening skills within young leaders and helping them when they return to South Africa and other countries to have the skills to be able to serve their communities and serve South Africa. One of the important things is the people-to-people exchange. The United States citizens are the ones who are working with the YALI network, with the Mandela Washington Fellows. They're at universities and they're at other places where they're able to have independent thought and actually work with Americans who also have independent thought and see the importance of working with Africa. And so we're actually very thrilled with how it's going, and we're pleased that the partnerships between our countries, between our citizens, are going so strong. But mainly it's also so important because I've seen people come back from the program. It's so important to see how they are doing fabulous things in private sector, in entrepreneurship, in civic engagement.
And Amy, who can apply?
Who can apply? It's young leaders who have a proven track record, who are already doing things in civic engagement, in public service, in business and entrepreneurship, 25 to 35 years old. They need to be South African citizens or citizens of other countries who participate in the program. They, of course, need to speak and write English clearly, which for these young South Africans is not a problem because, as I've said, they're very outstanding young leaders.
And how can people access this information?
We've got a website, yali.state.gov. So it's YALI for Young African Leaders Initiative.state.gov.
And Amy, there have also been questions, before I let you go, about whether or not this project is actually going to continue beyond President Barack Obama's presidency.
That's a good question. There is funding for next year at this point, and the United States, we recognize how important the exchange is with Africa and how important our programs are. We also have programs that we've been doing for years here in South Africa, such as the Fulbright program, which is sending academics to go study in universities in the United States, master's level, PhD levels, as well as professional programs, which people go to the United States. And so this has been a great program. I think hopefully it's established within the system, and we will continue to support exchanges between South Africa and the United States.
All right, that's where we're going to leave it for this morning. Thank you so much for your time, Amy, joining us from the U.S. Embassy, giving us the latest on this particular project. As you heard there, you can go on to yali.state.gov, and you should be able to get all of those details. Certainly a worthwhile opportunity opportunity to take advantage of. You also have just one more year, at least for now, that they've been able to secure funding for it. So if you are a young person in South Africa who's doing incredible things in your community, take this opportunity up. You never know what might happen. Well, Mags on Media is going to be coming up next after